If you love that 80s vibe and you want to get some clothing to match, then go check out Club Vector, link down below. And if you want to avoid all the Black Friday nonsense and the promos that you just don't get anything from, go check out U7Buy and use the code TVM at checkout. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to the Road to Glory. Just recorded this. Microphone was muted. Brilliant. I've got a banging headache today. Not feeling great. And the gameplay in the background you'll see for the first couple of minutes is Squad Battles gameplay on Legendary to finish off the single player tokens. Then we go into some Rivals games. 2 Rivals games. I have 1 shot on target, I think, for the entire 2 games. I don't score. I get battered in the second game. And not once did I rage, and nor am I salty about it, because today is a write-off. It's one of those days where you're just like, you know what? If I can just make it through the day without collapsing, I'm gonna chalk that down as a success, you know. So honestly, I'm fine with it. I don't know why, right? But I'm going to a game, and I just can't play. I'm just giving the ball away. I'm ball rolling into him rather than away from him, and I'm just not getting anywhere near the goal. And I'm basically gifted wins today. So if you end up playing me, yeah, you'll be gifted a win. I'm not playing Foot Champs today purely because of that. I will hopefully be able to play it tomorrow. If I feel this way again, though, honestly, I might end up having a weekend off. I'm hoping that I'll be alright to play it, though. I don't see the point going into it because it'll be more of a struggle than it'll be worth, in all honesty. Samuel brings up the most interesting point of today. On the whole chemistry situation, you used to hate changing formation in game, and you've adapted to that, so maybe you could adapt to using 8 chem on players, but have 100 team chem. But I'll respect your decision either way, and I appreciate your comment. I've always hated people who press pause at the beginning of the game, make a change to formation or make a change to their players, whether they make a sub in the first minute. I've hated that since day one, and I wish that you couldn't press pause for the first 10 minutes in game just to make it a little bit more. It's not even realism, it's just really irritating when you've searched for like 5 minutes to find a game, and then eventually when you get one, and now you have to wait again. And I know it's like petty, it's only 30 seconds, but still, it is irritating. But with that being said, I've never had a problem with changing formation since the game plan system has come in. Now that you can, you know, change your formation on the fly by literally just using the D-pad and you don't have to press pause, I've always liked that. And as soon as they said that was a thing, I was like, you know what, that's fantastic. I'm a big fan of that. But I've never liked pressing pause at the beginning and changing the formation. That has always been something that I hated. Well, I can't remember what FIFA they brought in the game plan. Was it FIFA 19 they brought it in? So let's just say, for instance, FIFA 18 they didn't have it. And it might have been FIFA 17 that they didn't have it. In 18 they brought it in. I can't remember. But either way, people always used to say to me, oh, if you want this player and this player, start in a 4-1-2-2 and then switch to a 4-3-3 or vice versa. And I was like, oh no, I'm not doing that because it means having to press pause. It means having to change things around. It means having to redo player instructions. I can't be dealing with it. And people always used to say, oh, just get over it and do it. But now, with the game plan, it's just a flick of the wrist. The whole 8 chem thing, though, I don't know. I mean, no, I just can't do it because in the back of my mind, every single time I concede a goal, it's because my Eden Hazard was on 8 chem. Absolutely nothing to do with the goal I've conceded, but that's the reason why that's the reason I'm using. It's stupid. It is dull. I know. Maybe one day I'll get over it, but I doubt it, to be honest. In certain situations, for a couple of games, I don't mind it. You know, like an objective or something. Or I'll play 5 or 6 games with. I mean, look at that. Well, I'll play 5 or 6 games with a couple of players on 8 chemistry. I'm playing now with Sane on 7 chem because he's a left wing, but I'm playing him at right wing. But I'm all right with it because it's just objectives. You know, it's not like I'm going into weekend league and using it as my proper team. So that's okay, but I can't do it as a proper team. So maybe over time I will adapt to it. Who knows? USSJ Trunk says you should use or look into grabbing a 120 or 144 Hz monitor. It's fantastic for FIFA and they aren't that expensive nowadays. Love the draft to glory. Hopefully it continues. I'd love to be able to just grab some monitors, but unfortunately funds are not exactly readily available right now. But I would like to upgrade the whole sort of monitor setup because I've had these monitors for a while. But with regards to Draft to Glory, I'd love to continue it, and over the weekend I will bring it out. Today I won't, but Saturday and Sunday hopefully I'll bring an episode out each day, and we'll see how it goes. I'm going to try a new tact with titles and what I actually do in the episodes, because for right now they're not performing well at all. They take a lot longer to record than Well, that's a lie. They don't take a lot longer to record, but they are a little bit more stressful than a player review, for instance, because a player review is literally just sit down and play some games with a player and a squad, and if you lose, it really doesn't matter. You're just playing a game. But with draft, I feel an added pressure to win, because if I get knocked out first round every time, it's going to get A, not profitable, B, very boring to watch, and C, well, there is no C because A and B were so, prevalent. So, yeah, if it continues to do as badly as it is doing, it's just not viable to continue doing it. It just doesn't make any sense to waste that much time and stress doing it when I could just whack on a film and play some games and just sort of get through a player review quite easily. What a goal that is, offside. That was the only time today where I've actually put the ball in the back of the net, unfortunately. Murgam, I appreciate you greatly. He said, "Hey TVM, love your videos. Your Road to Glory is the only one I watch on YouTube. I'm switching to PC next year as I don't plan to buy the next gen console straight away." That makes sense. I was thinking, as a first owner, type Road to Glory would be viable considering the market on PC. I mean, yeah, it is viable. To be fair, the market on PC isn't that bad, honestly. Side note, I was losing 4-0 in that game. 100% going to come back and win 5-4. It disconnected me, and it gave me a loss. Oh, I was raging. I wasn't raging, of course, but still, that's a little bit annoying. Imagine that was FUT Champs. Not that it would have mattered because we were losing 4-0, but the fact that it gave me a loss, and despite the fact that I was what was I doing? I was streaming. I was on Spotify actually. I was listening to music. It didn't cut off or anything. I had a few other things going on, and nothing cut off or dropped, or I didn't drop any frames or packets or nothing. Nothing happened basically, and the game just disconnected me. So. Not doing too well today in terms of gameplay. But yeah, the whole PC market. I'll give you a little. Oh, well, look at that! Look at that! We've sold 7 things since I've listed them. Boom! Look at that. So the whole PC market thing is it's true, but it's also a myth at the same time, and I'll talk you through it. Right. So the difference between the PC market and the console markets is just the quantity of items. So before we talk about what's on the transfer list, let's have a look at, for instance, we'll go look at Luka Modric, right? So EA have started dropping the Black Friday packs, the lightning rounds and what have you. So Luka Modric is down at 174. 174 is the cheapest Luka Modric on the market right now. 173. I stand corrected. Now I'm going to go look at him on Futbin, and I would argue that he would be probably about 150. Well, I lied. PlayStation is exactly the same price as PC, and the Xbox is about 160, which is cheaper than, obviously, both of them. But the only difference between the PC and the console for Luka Modric, and for the majority of players, to be fair, is just the amount of them that are on the market. You've got this page and you've got the first and the second page, and the third page, kind of half a third page worth, and that's all you have. Whereas on console, you'll have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 pages of players. And it's a similar situation with players like Luka Modric, like Higuain and stuff. They'll all be the same price. The only difference between the console and the PC for market is consumables can be a little bit off on price, and the expensive players. So, for instance, is there a really expensive player in this week's Team of the Week? Heung-min Son. That is a fantastic example, because I've not looked at it and I'm just guessing, but Heung-min Son on PC, you won't get much change out of 1,000,000 coins. There's only one page of Heung-min Son special cards in general, so there are only 2 Road to the Finals on the market, and they're both 2.5 million and 4 million, which is just mental. There are only 4 informs on the market, despite the fact that we're in the middle of lightning rounds. It's just turned 4 o'clock. I don't know what EA have done for 4 o'clock. We'll have a look in a minute. But I'm guessing they released some sort of lightning round, and there are only 4. If I have a look at Heung-min Son on Futbin, I guarantee you he's cheaper than what he is on PC. By at least 100,000. So there we go. I mean, that's a mental price even difference between Xbox and PlayStation. So on PlayStation, he's over 100,000 coins cheaper, down at around 800k. But on Xbox, he's about 630,000 coins, which is crazy cheap considering how expensive he is. So the only real difference, and Road to the Final, by the way, 2.5 million on PC, 1.8 on PlayStation, 1.5 on Xbox. Crazy. The Xbox market is dead. It is on the floor. So, yeah, the only difference between PC and Xbox and console, realistically, is between the top-end players, you know, the icons and just top-end players in general. So we've sold a bunch of stuff. I decided, you know what, let's have a little bit of a clear out and let's try and get rid of whatever we can. Let's try and build up the coin balance. Yesterday you would have seen us, sub 100k before rewards, and now we're up to 230, thereabouts. Bernardo Silva sold for 26. I bought him for 18, so there we go. That's profit in the bank. Coutinho's, both of which have been packed. We've been trolled twice. 18.5k for him twice, which is nice. Nice 37,000 coins there. Lovely number as well. Marcelo, 17.5. It's exactly what I bought him for. Happy days. A little trick with Marcelo, actually, and I've shown you this before, and it works. It's that whole Evian thing that the French have invented, and I forget what is it called again? I can't remember what it's called. Piante? I can't remember. Either way, what I did was, he was actually selling for 15k. There was quite a lot of him on the market. I obviously had an anchor on him, which helped, but there were anchors up there for 16k. I put him up to 99 fitness, 99 contracts, which doesn't cost me anything because I've got loads in the club anyway, and I managed to sell him for what I bought him for. In fact, I've sold him for 250 coins more than what I bought him for, which offset the tax slightly. So I have made a little bit of a loss, but nowhere near as much as I would have done had I not put those contracts and fitness on. Getting everything up to 99 just makes him look like a really good, acquisition, because it's like, oh, I don't need to do anything to this card. He's got the chem style, he's got the fitness, he's got the contracts. Let's go, and people will pay more for it. Dhir sold for 7k. He's currently in packs as an inform, so that helped that massively. And a few other bits and bobs down here that we've managed to sell. This guy, this is really interesting. I accidentally made money on this guy. Yesterday I was doing some SBCs, and I went to Udinese, and I had like 8 of the Udinese cards, so I thought, you know what, I'll buy the rest of them. The server was having some issues, and I kept trying to buy Barak, and he was up for about 600-700 coins, and I kept trying to buy him, and it kept telling me I was unsuccessful, so I kept trying, and I was unsuccessful. I've ended up buying 5 of them, well, 6 if you include the one I actually used, and I bought them all for less than 1,000 coins, like much less, like I'm talking 600-700 coins. And then when I went to open a bronze pack, it said you have items to deal with, and then they all popped up, and I was like, oh, for God's sake, I wonder why my coins had gone down. And it turns out I've actually made some good money on him, because there were none on the market for anything less than, say, 1-3. So I've actually made about 200-300 coins each on those cards. So accidental investments there. We've sold a bunch of silvers. I've decided I'm not doing the Portuguese League SBC, nor am I doing the Chinese League SBC, at least until sort of team of the season time, right? So I'm going to cash in while I can, and I'm going to make money. Bronze packs, if I open a bronze pack, I get a Saudi League player, Portuguese League, Chinese League in particular. I will sell them if they are selling for money. So this is bronze pack method in full effect, as you can see. I've not gone through the club, actually, to see if I've got any at the moment. I should do that, but these are just the bronze packs I opened yesterday. Probably spent another, 25-30k on bronze packs. We've made a fair chunk of change there. We've still got a bunch of stuff to go back up for sale, which, there we go. All of this stuff. I mean, him for 7.5, that's not going to happen. That was overnight, and there were none on the market. I tried my luck. I've relisted. I've wasted an hour, but hey-ho, it is what it is. Some of these might sell for a few hundred coins here or there, and we'll see what happens with the rest of these bronzes and such. But we are slowly but surely getting rid of our transfer list. Now, SBC-wise, did they drop anything for 4 o'clock? I doubt it. I'm expecting things to drop at 6. There is a new card design in the code, which I'm hoping we get some sort of promo. We never normally get promos on Black Friday, but you never know. Could happen, which would be awesome. 50k packs are there. I don't know whether there was a lightning round for anything, but they've dropped 4 50k packs. I won't be indulging in any of the promo packs on this account. To be fair, I doubt I'll be indulging in many, if any, unless they drop a promo at least, on my main account either. I might dabble with one 125k pack, but for the most part, I don't think I'm going to bother. It's just not worth it. You know, you can generate coins quite easy. Look, we're up to 230,000 coins, and like I said, I haven't gone through the club to see if we've got any Portuguese League bronzes or silvers, I've looked at a couple of Portuguese League, but I've not looked at the Chinese League, I've not looked at the Saudi League, and I've not looked at any of the any of the other leagues either. The Italian league is an SBC that I want to complete. It's the same with the Bundesliga. I actually want to complete those, so I won't be selling any of those cards. But the minor leagues for some of the, on PC, that's another one as well. Silvers are mega expensive. They are far more expensive than they are on console. So if you are looking to complete League SBCs on the PC, you will struggle for sure. That's a nice kit, but I'm not going to do it. Marquee matchups I have completed, and we are going to submit these away right now. I know I've said it already that there's a different card design in the code. It looks really sexy. It looks like it could be some really random cards as well, because there's a little movie reel at the top of the card design, which looks like it could be some sort of cinematic moments or something. So it could just be players who have scored fantastic goals throughout their career. So Giroud, for instance, could get one, and a few other players who have just scored bangers. They could bring back Ray Parlour, who knows? A lot of you may not understand that reference, but for those of you that do, well done. I appreciate you and I respect you greatly. But yeah, I'm not going to wait. I'm going to open these packs now. My understanding of it is that EA will release some SBCs for packs because they want to drain cards. They want to keep the price of cards up because they know with the amount of flash flash sort of packs that they're dropping and what have you, that the market's just going to decline and decline. So they want to try and keep that up. It would not surprise me if they dropped a repeatable Team of the Week SBC, or maybe something else repeatable as well. I know they've got icons, but something a little bit cheaper that makes people want to keep the price of 82 and 83s afloat. Liverpool-Everton marquee matchups. Now, Liverpool play Brighton first, and I think Leicester play Everton on the weekend. Correct me if I'm wrong. But they've decided to go with this because I think this is is it the 4th Liverpool play Everton? But there we go. We only get an Electrum Players Pack back for that as well. The packs in this week's marquee matchups are actually very poor. We get a 25k pack for that one. Small Goal Players Pack is horrendous. Premium Goal Pack, awful. Electrum Players Pack, terrible. Finally, a good pack in a 25k, and I don't know what pack we get for finishing it. Bergwijn is a card that I don't actually want to get rid of here. Not that he's really selling for more than 1,000 coins anyway. But I don't know, I just didn't want to get rid of him. But I've tried and I can't seem to find a better card to use, and I don't have the patience to go and buy one. It would take me 2 seconds, but it's too late now because I've submitted it, so it is what it is. Marquee matchups complete, 45k pack, yeah. So they've released the best of Team of the Week in packs. So we've got Mane and Ronaldo and Messi, and did they release, what was it? There was 11 players altogether. I'll tell you what, right, the negativity around this promo that has barely started yet is unbelievable. People are tweeting out going, oh god, people are tweeting out definitions of Black Friday, and they're also tweeting out saying that they can't believe how bad Black Friday promo has been so far. You do know that every single promo that EA ever released starts at 6. So the fact that I know every year we do get stuff before 6, but the fact that we actually have things before 6 kind of, do you know what I mean? It's we've actually got things before 6 o'clock, and normally promos don't start till 6. I don't understand why people are moaning. Honestly, I think people just love to complain, and that's what it is. So yeah, like I said, I'm not saving them. I'm just going to open them now because A, content, and B, content. So first pack is useless. That lagged. I should have let that open so that we got the lag out of the way. But I'm going to run this club a lot differently to previous years. So like I said, I am going to go through the club. In fact, I'm going to do it as soon as I start rendering this video out. I'm going to go through the club and I'm going to sell all of the silvers that I don't need, because normally I keep them, and sometimes I keep them and I never use them. Sometimes they do come in handy. We're going to watch this open to get the lag out of the way. Oh, there is no lag. It already did it. Cool. But like the Portuguese, the Chinese league, whatever other league that I've decided I don't want to do, they've got good rewards, don't get me wrong, but they cost so much to complete on PC that it's just not viable for me to do it at this stage. When all of the leagues are out, that makes more sense to me. And it's going to be the same with bronzes, golds, and what have you. I will go through and I will sell what I can make money on. That's essentially what I'm going to do. And I didn't do that in previous years, so you're going to see probably a coin injection of sorts going forward. Whether that's a small or big, I don't know, but we'll see what happens. Nice UCL card in there. These cards, despite the fact that they've got a League SBC, they never sell for anything because they are... because they're really common to pack. If they're, like, for instance, if he was a 74 silver, that would be worth a fortune, right? Our second and final small gold players pack. I know the packs aren't crazy good, but it was worth trying. We get a board in there at least. It's an inform, so that's a guaranteed 10k. It's not a walkout, but it is French, right mid. It begins with a G. I can't remember it. It's a really long name. It begins with a D, not a G. I know there was a G in it. Domingue, that was it. Probably said that wrong, but hey, 10k in the bag. I will keep him just in case, because you never know when you need a discard inform. At the moment, he literally is 9.5k, but we'll pop that in the club. Pookie's not going to be selling for anything, surely. Well, he does, you know. I don't know why, but 700 coins for Pookie is much more than I thought he'd be worth, and he's not worth anything, so we'll discard him. Don't think the Turkish League is out yet, is it? So that's why they're not selling for anything. Probably should just kept him, you know. Small Prime is a decent pack. The Prime is a good pack. The Rare Electrums. These are decent packs, actually. Let's do the 25k pack. If you were going to get anything, you'd expect it to be from one of these 4. We do get a board in that one as well. Happy days. It's not a walkout, but boards are boards, and I'm happy to get them. Brazil, centre-back. That's a shame. It's going to be Miranda. You want to see CDM there, realistically, don't you? You want to see Fabinho. It's the only... Brazilian board that is actually worth anything, I think. Bunch of non-duplicates, which is nice. These two should not sell for anything, realistically. He might do, actually, because of the whole Premier League milestone thing. That would be really nice as well if we actually got another milestone player today, or at least something objective-wise to grind towards that we actually want, you know? Or that I want, personally, you know? What are we doing? Small Prime next? Yeah, why not? Let's do the small prime, then we'll do the prime, then we'll do the rare electrum. Back-to-back-to-back boards, anyone? No, unfortunately not. So we'll skip that. So despite the fact that that is a quote-unquote good pack, we didn't get anything good from it. I lied. We got Eder Militao. He's not really worth much, but he's worth a few thousand. I am actually going to sell him. The reason I'm going to sell him is because I packed a Champions League version of him yesterday, so there's literally no point me keeping him. We have him for objectives anyway. So there we go, he's gone. 45k pack up next. Some would argue that this is better than a rare electrum, but we're guaranteed 6 rare golds in a rare electrum, whereas we're not with this. Although we do get a board. Be a walkout. Go on, you know you want to. Nope, no walkout. Saving it for the last pack, I'm sure. German board, CM. It's going to be Khedira. Could have been Goretzka. That would have been decent, but it is what it is. Sami Khedira. I've got him as a UCL card as well. Not that that matters. We've got Emerson as a UCL, which is decent as well. Caceres might be selling for something because he's from the Italian League. Not really. Shame. Shame. Tomorrow we will have Foot Champs gameplay. Well, a little bit of Foot Champs gameplay. We might have some more packs, hopefully. But, yeah, we'll probably have a little bit of Foot Champs gameplay. Nothing too crazy because, like I said, I don't want to play any today. So, whatever I play tomorrow before I upload the video will be in the video, essentially. But I don't know how much I'll actually play. We'll see. We'll see. Final pack of today is going to be a rare Electrum. I'll probably play a few more Rivals games, though, to give you something to watch. That is not going to be a board, so EA have shafted me, but I am hoping for a bit of a mad one at 6. I don't know. I want EA just for once just to go absolutely bananas and say, look, here's everything. Here's 4 objective players, here's 6 SBCs to do, here's a bunch of packs, and here's some half-price packs, and everyone gets a free Neymar. No, maybe not the free Neymar, but everything else I've just mentioned, that would be awesome. Just for EA to go absolutely crazy and just decide once that they're just going to throw everything at us. What they need is a coin sync SBC, and they need to... it would be really cool, actually, if they dropped like a coin sync style SBC where it's repeatable. The odds of packing something decent in it are not necessarily great, but there is a chance. And then for them to say, look, here's also a repeatable pack SBC. How awesome would that be? A repeatable 25k pack SBC. Maybe it's untradeable, who knows, maybe it's tradable. But that's a coin sync in itself. and then you rinse it, you rinse it, you rinse it, and then eventually you'll pack enough from it that you can go and rinse the big boy repeatable SBC for either a big pack, guaranteed player, whatever. Maybe there's a player pick of 5 different players in there. They're all untradeable. They're all sort of special, this new card design. But you rinse that SBC, you've basically just depleted your club without even thinking about it. You've then got yourself those untradeable cards. Everything's off the market. EA are happy. You're relatively happy because you've just got those things. You've had something to work towards. Yeah, do you know what? That's what they need. That's what they need to do. But will they do it? Probably not. They'll give us some dead objective and some dead SBC that no one cares about, or they'll give us some decent stuff but people will still complain about it. Either way, we're up to 238,000 coins. My club right now is looking good. However, my team ain't so much, because I don't know what to do with it and I'm kind of stuck. So I think this is the team. Nope, that ain't the team. That's the team I literally just had. So, wait, what team did I have? What's it called? Oh, it's called Main. That's it. Main spelled backwards because I'm edgy. So, that's kind of what I've half come up with right now. Now, Bale isn't me saying I'm going to buy Bale. Bale was just there because it worked. Dembele would be the other option. I don't know whether I want to buy the inform Modric or whether I want to just keep that Modric. Basically, the base Modric is worth about 70-ish, right? We bought him for 58k, so I'm making 12,000 coins profit on him, which is awesome. The inform is currently going for, as we've seen, about 170 something. With the amount of 100ks and 125ks later on today, I would be very surprised if he didn't crash down to about 120k. That's when I would plunge and buy, right? Eagle-eyed among you will notice that Laporte is there and not Nesta. I don't want to get rid of Nesta, but that doesn't work if I have Nesta in there because Kante doesn't get chemistry. So if I decide to do that and play with that and maybe don't use Bale and if we use Dembele instead, doesn't matter if Nesta goes in there because Kante's on chem. But if I don't like Dembele, my fear was that I would have to use Gareth Bale. The reason I'm holding off on buying anything right now is because I don't know what EA are going to do at 6, and that's literally the only reason. So we're going to hold off, and I'm not going to play any champs until gone 6 o'clock, and in fact I don't think I'm going to play any today, like I said. And we'll see what EA do, and then we'll make a decision on the team. Robertson's back in at left back. Kyle Walker at the moment is staying there, but he is likely to change. I just didn't want to buy anyone without making sure I knew what I wanted to do. But that's going to do it for today. I apologise if you've been a little bit bored, but I've had a look recently at the sort of analytics, and whenever I show gameplay in a Road to Glory, the audience retention is a lot less. So, for instance, the average watch time being, I don't know, say 9 minutes, for instance. If I put gameplay in there, it drops off by 2 or 3 minutes. If I don't put gameplay in the video, it tends to stay longer. People just shut off for gameplay for some reason. So, you know, nice sort of healthy mix. Maybe we'll do a little bit less gameplay. I don't know, maybe you let me know. Do you want more or less gameplay? That'd be interesting to hear your actual feedback rather than metrics. But if you have enjoyed it, do me a favour and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for you, and until the next time, goodbye.
Football Index, the game changed. Download the app now.